everybody. I'm Philip.
And I'm Justin.
And together we are Pajamas. Unfortunately, we are in the living room. We have not filmed in here since we filmed the Tenet reaction. And we opted not to film in here because the video and audio was not the best.
I'd have to agree.
Yes, unfortunately. We may do what we have, like we always do. Did my best to make it look as good as possible. If it still looks muddy, if it still looks bad, if it sounds bad, I'm sorry, we did not want to film in here. We have to film in here because we have neighbors who are very loud and are having parties when they probably shouldn't. And the blue snowball picks up everything. So, as of this moment right now, no one's living below us, so it should hopefully be quieter than the gas station. This all is what it is. Hopefully it is not distracting like it was in Tenet. And because I wanted to make the content for Doctor Who as good as possible. And so the next couple episodes might be in this style. So bear with us. If it looks bad, we'll just wait until we can go back to the computer room or figure out how to make this stupid living room look good and sound good. I am whipped.
I'm using a Star Wars blanket to keep myself warm.
His sister actually made this for me.
Even though we're watching Doctor Who, but at the same time, since they're both in the genre of science fiction, I suppose that in that sense it works out.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And I apologize for the long opening stuff. It's just, we were not expecting to have to do this. And I've been setting this up for an hour, trying to get this to work. So, yay. Please donate to the Can We Get Our Own House Fund over on Patreon. The most subtle thing ever.
Oh my god.
It's not 12 hours, it's 12 months.
Oh.
You've been gone a whole year.
Are they gonna Men in Black flashy thing her too now? Like, she's seen that guy twice. Last time she disappeared, she was with him. And now she comes back and she's with him. It doesn't enter. See, Bad Wolf. That's gotta mean something.
Waltz in here all charm and smiles, and the next thing I know, she vanishes off the face of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Go online and pretend you're a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Prove it. Stitch this, mate.
Woo!
One phone call. Just to know that you were alive. I'm sorry.
That's gonna be really awkward.
I'm the only person on planet Earth who knows they exist. Oh, that's just not fair.
Well, you'd be surprised. Emergency like this, there'll be all kinds of people watching. Trust me, the TARDIS stays where it is.
Make it go invisible faster. He's kind of cute. One on the right.
Police reinforcements are drafted in from across the country.
But America's mad. They're like, we're always the center of attention in these kinds of things.
The president will address the nation live from the White House, but the Secretary General has asked that...
It has nothing to do with America! Why isn't the Queen or the Prime Minister talking?
A body of non-terrestrial origins. It's been brought ashore.
They would not be able to film that.
And look at that, your very own spaceship, ready to eat.
The building's been evacuated. The patients have been moved out onto the streets.
Chairman of the Parliamentary Commission on the Monitoring of Sugar Standards in Exported Confectionery.
And that makes you acting Prime Minister, with immediate effect.
Oh, Lord. Oh, hold on.
TARDIS key.
I don't like that look. He lives! You think it would be locked? Get out your thingy that they see whatever you want them to see.
Tell the perimeter it's a lockdown. Do it!
I don't think the soldiers will be listening to him.
Hello?
Pig aliens? Alright.
Excuse me.
What's going on here? Someone's taken a pig, opened up its brain, stuck bits on, then they've strapped it in that ship, made it dive bomb. It must have been terrified.
Okay, so this is not a pig alien. I was gonna have a rant at the end of the episode. Do I have to say it?
Mum, it's not like that. He's not. I'll be up in a minute. Hold on.
Why would you not chase after her? She can go to the cops.
Any previous sighting has been made, then call this number. We need your help.
Yep. Told you.
What I was doing to the controls of my frankly magnificent time ship, would you even begin to understand?
I suppose not.
Well, shut it then.
Means it came from Earth in the first place. It went up and came back down. Whoever those aliens are, they haven't just arrived. They've been here for a while.
How many channels do you get?
All the basic packages.
You get sports channel?
Yes, I get the football. Take me to your leader.
Oh my god.
Why would they bring her to?
Someone be naughty.
No, don't turn him. He's the only eye candy we have. Why did it take her so long to realize that? Aww.
Thank you all for wearing your ID cards. They'll help to identify the bodies.
This is a two-parter. Episode 1. Blob. Plastic monster. Episode 2. End of the world. Episode 3. Zombies. Episode 4. Fart aliens.
Well, by the seeming absurdity of the plot.
No, what I'm saying is we went full circle. First one was kind of dumb. Second one much better. Third one much better.
Mm-hmm.
Now we circle back around to dumb again. We have fart aliens. I never thought I would say those two words together ever.
Would you say that the series is quite surreal?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, and I hope that number 10 Downing Street, the security is much better than
there
actually
were
here.
So many things wrong with this episode. I hate to be Mr. Nitpicky guy, but so much protocol and just...
Indeed. There are some things that
I
noticed were a bit too unrealistic.
Yeah, like
even for this.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can put all that. I can just suspend it. Usually, like we watch like sometimes when we watch an action movie, it's silly and it's like this is borderline like insulting. With like, and I'm not trying to say like I'm insulted or I'm mad or anything. It's just the writing. Again, it seems lazy. There would be things in place. There would be. The soldiers would not have listened to the doctor. They wouldn't have. He gave them they would have, if the minute he moved, they would have shot him. The briefcase should have been locked. It's the emergency protocols. Why is it not locked? Why is the briefcase not locked? Why? Why are there fart aliens?
And why did they leave her alone I would think that if it's classified information, surely they would have escorted her out of the room instead of simply leaving her there with the door open.
Exactly,
and the
yes.
unlocked.
Now, I get some of it is these are alien people, so they don't know but the briefcase would have been locked anyway. If it's something like that, it's going to be like a self-locking mechanism. You shut it, it locks. You open it, obviously it's open, but then you shut it again, it locks. That I can kind of forgive because they're already aliens, so they're not going to really care.
Well, the cute assistant would probably have known about what's to be done and not done, and would have probably not have left her there alone.
Yeah, but wasn't he being distracted by the fart aliens?
It is possible that he may have been too distracted. After all, something like this doesn't happen every day.
And plus he had, like, random, not Lin Shay, bothering him. Like, she would have been gone. There's just, there's so much security, and, this is not a very good episode, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Whovians who like this one. I'm sorry. This was not good. This is worse than 1.
It brings back the question of how is it the TARDIS it's able to appear and disappear, not being seen by bystanders, because it seemed a little too convenient that when it reappeared, it was in an empty area with nobody there.
Well, I'm sure that the Doctor can place it wherever he wants. So he just picks a non-populated area, would be my guess. Like, he put it in that little, like, locker, or not closet-y area in the building, so. Or he can just put it wherever he wants. Still doesn't change the fact that the cloaking mechanism is ridiculous.
Oh, yes, it's
loud
and it slowly
disappears
takes
and reappears. Forever. I'm going to beat this dead horse into the ground. I'm sure it continues through all of the other seasons. I'm going to complain about it then too, because it's not. And if this is how it worked back in the day, you are allowed to update it. You're rebooting the series. You're allowed to update some stuff. I think it's a modern series with modern, like, to be modernized. If he's 900 years old, he's from some other planet with more sophisticated technology. Why isn't that better? Why can't you just make it better? Like, why design a machine? It can still be a blue box. Just design it that it can just disappear and reappear. Like, whoosh, whoosh. Or have a good cloak. Like, whoosh, cloaking device.
Yes, have it so that he can see it, but yet everyone else cannot see it.
Exactly.
Well, that, and also some sort of memory eraser in case if, well, someone may be looking out the window and seeing this police box simply appear and disappear.
Like we said in one of the previous episodes, it could just flash. Like, just like Men in Black flashy thing, just flash. Or if you don't want to rip off Men in Black, maybe do some kind of like sonic wave. As it goes, instead of going wow wow, it just disappears and goes like a dog whistle, but for humans. Like, it's only a sound that we can hear, but if it hits us.
Yes, and like the flash, once that energy would come into contact with us, the memory would be altered.
Or make it have some kind of sonic thing that it emanates as it's there, still invisible, or whatever. But that could also make it invisible. Like, there's a lot of different things you could do to make this better. Like, this just doesn't. It's not practical.
Maybe it's supposed to be absurd. Maybe the appeal of Doctor Who is the continuous flow of absurdity.
But fart aliens?
I didn't say that it was consistent absurdity.
We were doing so well, show. I was like, yes, this is going to be.
It can float with little absurdity and to outrageous
and
absurdity.
It's a 2-parter. Mm-hmm. Wait, this is their part 2 of this crap. I'm sitting here thinking, hey, at least in X amount of minutes this will be over and go to the next episode that won't be about fart aliens. Nope.
This series is definitely full of surprises.
Not all of them are good.
True. Well, I suppose that... No, I cannot give them credit for having the creativity to somehow stretch this into a 2-part episode.
No. Why couldn't the last one been 2-parter? The zombie one with Charles Dickens. That could have been a two-parter if they wanted it to be.
Actually, any episode probably could.
But why?
As long as they stretch out the dialogues.
What I'm saying is, why not do one of the ones that was one of the better ones and not fart aliens? Well, I can already see the comments and the like to dislike ratio being on this one because we've just complained about plot and plot holes and the TARDIS again. Which, if you're watching, get used to it. I'm not going to stop complaining about the TARDIS. Like, he at least put it in places that made sense this time to a degree, so okay, but its actual functionality is a little beyond the realm of like the disbelief. I can't. And the writing in this episode was very lacking. Taking fart aliens out of it. Take them out of it. Wish we could. The structure, the way they did things, just... Some of it, I said, you can forgive because they were the aliens and they're not going to follow all of the rules, but as you pointed out, there were certain situations where, yes, they could have, so...
One would think that they could probably have studied this species called humans and would have made sure to copy them so as to blend in more easily. At least that's what I would think that an intelligent... Well, then again, actually, I would think that what would be even better would be simply to, instead of going through the trouble of an invasion, why not simply send a plague, microorganisms that would affect the dominant species of this planet, yet is immune to the ones that want to take over it.
Mm-hmm. That could work.
At least that's what I would think would be the easiest and most efficient way to do it.
We don't know what their motive, like what... Because apparently they've been here. They just... So, they must have been living in the ocean planning this out, so...
Yes, monitoring humanity to see what information they can get out of it. Even now, I'm not exactly sure what their motivation is. Oh, that actually is bad. It's a 2-part episode, and I don't even know completely what their motivation is.
They better not have killed the only eye candy we have, that's all I'm saying. I have nothing else to say. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about this episode. This was just...
Well, then again, what is there to say about it?
Yeah. All right, we get to go to part 2 now. Yay.
Maybe at least one question will be answered.
Maybe it'll be over. Go to something that's not fart aliens. Who thought that was a good idea? I'm hoping, because I've only uploaded 2 videos so far, because that's what we had completed up until this weekend. And in comments, people have explained some stuff. Like, oh, this is from this. They're pulling from past stuff in Doctor Who and kind of, weaving it. And like the mannequins in episode 1 were actually from earlier stuff. They just brought it back. But it was actually explained in the past. I'm hoping that the fart aliens have some kind of base somewhere. And this wasn't just like new idea they decided to do a 2-parter on for season 1. Okay, let's just get it over with. We're going on to episode 5, apparently part 2 of Fart Aliens. So we're gonna just rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with and just whatever. So if I've made you mad out there, Whovians, I'm sorry, but this episode okay. As always, I don't have a fancy outro, so I'll simply say thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't too bad as far as sound and video goes. It can't be worse than what we just saw on the freaking TV. Until then, goodbye.
Oh, don't say that. It's only the beginning of the season. There actually could be something worse in the next few episodes.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.